Hi guys, Dr. Galyardt here for Functional Medicine Center. Just kidding. Michelle Galyardt here today on Thursday morning. Welcome and good morning. I am here for telling you a little bit more about what I'm about and what we have going on here. Sorry, I just came on live on the wrong page, so I'm getting myself together here. Anyways, good morning. I am kind of a back-end team member of the Functional Medicine Center and creator of MindCore. And since we've just been incorporating MindCore into patient care at the Functional Medicine Center, we wanted to bring me on and get you knowing what I do, what is MindCore all about, and tell you a little bit about my history, my story. So every week on Thursday, I'm going to bring some sort of tidbit. I thought today I would start with what my story is and what my background is. So I am the creator of MindCore, and I'll tell you where that came from. And it has just been incorporated into the Functional Medicine Center with patient care. So my background is in exercise science, health and exercise science, exercise physiology. That's where Dr. Galyardt and I met in undergraduate, and I continued on for my master's. But pretty quickly as I got into the world of exercise and exercise prescribing and personal training and that sort of thing, I realized how much of an issue with people exercising had to do with their mindset more than, not knowing how to do a lunge. It really wasn't needing someone to sit there and curl the weight for them. It had to do more with, well, but I can't do this and I can't do that and I won't do it because of this, and I really don't see myself as worthy, right, of taking care of myself. So I went and did some training in neurolinguistics programming, life coaching, cognitive behavioral therapy, studied some with Tony Robbins' business, and just got a lot of information and a lot of knowledge on the mindset and, guiding people through and helping people see how their mind is thinking things and incorporating that into what they're seeing in their life. And I had a tremendous experience of all that I knew how to do for other people when my whole health issue came and challenged me into understanding better how to help other people through what I went through. So in about 2012, we were living in a farm-ish home. It's 2.5 acres. We were raising every animal we wanted to imagine raising. Horses, we did alpacas, goats, loads of rabbits, chickens, ducks. The geese were adorable. And I was raising 4 boys. So, I was the mom in tree pose with a child on one hip, making the dinner, telling everyone where everything was with the baby strapped on as I was doing farm chores, mucking horse poop. And over time, my health was declining, and we didn't know why. And it wasn't really making any sense because I already eat really well. We thought we had all this stuff under control, that most of what we do with our patients, we thought we already knew how to do that. Come to find out, as we started finding underlying what was going on, we were living in neurotoxic mold. There's about 5 different types of really bad mold in the home. And that was triggering my immune system to then react to Lyme disease, autoimmune, attacking the brain in 3 places, including the blood-brain barrier. And we got to the point where I had a nanny to help take care of my 4 boys during the day while I went and got IVs for the Lyme, and came home and lied in bed, harksing and wishing for a different life. And so I personally understand the concept of living in a place where you're literally just like, why did you do this to me? Why is this happening? Why do I have to keep living like this? This is awful. Everything in my world is negative and wrong, right? And one day I was spiraling on this mindset to Dr. Galyardt, and I vividly remember showering, he's getting ready for the day, and I'm spiraling on it going, but what if we do this treatment and it's treating my, it's healing the blood-brain barrier, so then it closes off the blood-brain barrier and the Lyme is still in there in my brain and blah, blah, blah. And he literally just, all you talk to me about is sick, sick, sick. And I was like, well, you're a doctor. You have to fix this. Like, this is your job. You have to fix this, right? And like, what a jerk for not focusing on what I needed to be supported with, right? But as I thought it through, after I got through the stage of, what a jerk for not caring, in my mind, he was wrong, right? Because I was in this negative spiraling mindset. Slowly, something else started talking to me and saying, what else could I think about? Oh, what if I thought about health? What if I thought about the possibility of mountain biking with my boys? What if there's so much you're not thinking about when you're spiraling in sick. And it's true, when we're struggling with health issues, we so often get stuck in this victim mentality that something happened to us, or we are victims, right? And we are stuck. And we're told by doctors so often, and yes, I got it, before they understood what was going on, I heard some say it was all in my head, and it's not usually, but to some degree it is, in that we can keep perpetuating what we are creating in our life by what we are thinking, by what we're saying to ourselves mostly, and what we're saying in our life to others. So I began a process which became the basis of MindCore and the MindCore method. For one, yes, I had started incorporating the high intensity interval training, which was tremendously healing for my brain and my brain fog and mental clarity. It does stimulate brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, which actually helps repair and rebuild brain cells. I do have a book, Interval Train for a Healthy Brain, that talks about a lot of this. But the other aspect was retraining my brain. So Lyme, mold, all of them are living beings, right? They're alive. And I stopped just giving it energy. I stopped focusing on it. I stopped having labels on my head. If someone said, how's your such and such? I would say, I don't know. I don't acknowledge having that. I just stopped surrounding myself with labels and diagnoses and illnesses. And I just started focusing on what is. So I woke up breathing today, right? And my arms are moving and my legs can move, and I'm able to exercise, and I'm able to take care of my children. And I have so many blessings in life, right? So I start every day with a smile. Even when I was struggling and feeling horrible, I would force the smile, even if it was stinking fake, right? I'm just gonna make myself smile, because it changes chemicals in our brain. It automatically changes the systems in our body when you start smiling. So right there, I'd force the smile. I would start the day with gratitude. What you think in the first 10, 15 minutes of the day of waking is kind of how you create your day. And I say this a lot with my MindCore. Dr. Galyardt says it in plenty of videos, create your day or your day creates you. It is absolutely true. It's what we focus on first thing in the morning. If we wake up grumbling, I'm so tired, I can't believe I have to do this again, why is this happening to me? That's how your day's gonna go. So if you force yourself in the beginning until it becomes more second nature, to start thinking about what is working. Thank you, I woke up today, right? It's a beautiful day, the sun's shining. It's not always, but hey, the day happened even though it's cloudy today. The rain's gonna help the plants grow, etc. And you start focusing on what is working. And as I started working with patients, we do a mindset goals session in the beginning of care, and it's so often we don't see what our life could look like if we had the health that we literally want to have, because we're not thinking of our lives having that health. We're thinking in the sickness, we're thinking in the illness, we're thinking what's wrong and what happened and blah, 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 right? And you're thinking of your life down the road, of the vacations you can't do because you don't have the strength or the energy to be as active as you want to with your family and kids. So you're creating your life around what you can't do, right? I can't do this hiking with my family because my knees, because my health, because my excuse, right? They're all limiting beliefs. They're all excuses, and they're all limiting beliefs, and they're blocking you. They're negative self-talk. They're blocking you from becoming what you may be meant to be. So I work through, what would it look like? What would your life smell like, taste like, sound like? What would you be doing? How would you wake up in the morning? What would your literal day look like if you had the health that you are working now on creating? And we work through, what would that look like? Because you're so much more likely to get there when you're shooting for something and not sitting there saying, nothing's working for me, nothing will ever work for me, I'm just super sensitive, nothing will ever be better. What do you think that creates, right? I've lived it myself. I've changed my thinking. We are programmed. We are programmed as animals. Our brain is programmed to almost be like the gazelle in the grass, looking for lions, right? Ready to attack us. So our brain is pre-programmed like that as an animal, but different than the gazelle, we have the frontal lobe. We don't just have that animal brainstem. And so, good and bad of that is, we are naturally, innately looking for what is not working in case the lion's about to eat us. But this frontal lobe, which is a blessing and a curse until you learn how to control it, will not act like the gazelle and go, was that a lion? Oh, I guess it wasn't, I'm back to my grass. Our frontal lobe will go, but what if the lion comes back? And what if the lion was really just hiding over there? And especially us women, right? We have that thinking mind. So that's the curse of our frontal lobe. The blessing of the frontal lobe is when you learn to control your thinking and you can say, thank you for that thought. Thank you for protecting me. There's no lying here right now. My boss is not out to get me. I'm okay. I am well. I am vibrantly healthy. I started writing in my journal every morning, I am vibrantly healthy. I am radiant, even when I was not, because you bring forth that which is not as though it is, and that is the only way you can create it, is by starting to see it and believe it and do it. And I literally, my book, I wrote the whole thing. I had all the photos, I had all the workouts and everything, and after I was done with it, it was 14 months for someone to get it into publication. And every single day I wrote in my journal, I'm a published author. Every single day for 14 months until it literally came to be. Because you have to be training your mind, like Doc and I say, create your day, create your life, or your life creates you. And so I just find it an absolute joy and blessing to bring people on that path of figuring out. They'll come to me and say, well, I just want to feel better. I'm going to flag that right now. Better. So if you slept for 5 more minutes tonight, that would be better, right? And you're all set. You've got what you want, right? Oh. No. I want to live vibrant. I want to wake up with energy. I want to, cross country with my kids. I've been mountain biking in Moab with my boys. I don't identify as having those things that I used to identify with. Now I'm living and thriving and as vibrant as I'm able to be. So that's what I do, is I guide people into how to kind of shift that mindset. And I'm incorporated into the Functional Medicine Center, but I also have my own thing, MindCore and MindCoreMethod.com. So if you want any more information, feel free to direct message your email and I can get you more information. Otherwise, I'm going to be here every Thursday giving some sort of tidbit from what I do. I am also super interested in the deep core muscles. MindCore, the mind is the core of all healing, but also I'm really obsessed with how the core really helps keep things out of our low back, helps digestion, lots of things. So Thursdays I will have tidbits on those type of facts, and I look forward to seeing all of you. Do you have any questions? I see a lot of, just drop questions in there. I have been back in for Facebook for a long time, so I am one of the ones who answers a lot of your questions on the comments. So wonderful to see all of you. Bless you and have a wonderful day.